This was a horrifying flesh-eating creature that survived by cooking and consuming human meat, and he was incredibly picky about his ingredients. Only authentic left feet would do. The man took a bite, found it a bit bland, so he added some chili pepper before yanking off a toenail and popping it into his mouth. With grim creatures becoming more common, Mike's worldview had completely changed. One day, he stumbled across a newspaper article about a killer he'd arrested 7 years ago who was about to be executed. This jogged his memory about that old case. 2 brothers, one dead, one injured. When Mike had arrested the man, he'd been rambling about strange things. Back then, Mike thought the guy was just nuts and ignored it, but now he wondered if the man had actually encountered a grim creature. If that was true, this was a serious miscarriage of justice. They quickly pulled the old case files and reviewed the man's statement, which described the creature in vivid detail. Jack concluded the man had been wrongly accused, but to save him, they needed evidence. They tracked down the man's wife, who told them her husband was a straight arrow veteran who'd never shoot anyone unless he was in danger. They also met with the case's attorney, who showed them a sketch based on the man's description of the creature. Back home, Jack frantically searched through the ancient tome and soon found a match: a Wendigo, a flesh-eating creature that hides victims' bones under its house. They visited the man in prison to hear his side of the story. When Jack showed him the Wendigo picture, hope flickered in the man's eyes and he spilled everything. He'd gone to fix the brothers' plumbing, and afterward they insisted he stay for dinner. He politely declined, but it turned out he was the dinner. When he tried to leave, they transformed and lunged at him, forcing him to shoot in self-defense. With only 1 day until the execution, they had to find proof the brothers were Wendigos. Using vehicle registration records, they tracked down the surviving brother's address. Time was running out, so they confronted him directly. Jack stood back while Mike deliberately provoked the bald man, trying to make him angry enough to transform. The tactic worked. Within a minute, the guy lost his cool. While Mike couldn't see the transformation, Jack saw it crystal clear. After confirming Baldy was a Wendigo, they broke into his house that night and found a hidden trapdoor in the floor. The moment they descended into the basement, a putrid stench hit them. The place was littered with bones, some still fresh.